Welcome back, Nerdiverse. Welcome back, Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. We are live back again with another episode that will blow your socks off. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G, with the cough drop. Here with me, as always, is the Master of the Nerdiverse, the man with the plan himself. We simply call him Wash. What's going on, good sir?
What is up? I'm excited to be here after a random week off. I'm assuming there are tons of things in the Nerdiverse to talk about because I know there's been things that have crossed my eyes. So I am stoked to be here on a Friday night, and it's not too spicy out. Everything all right out there in California? The smog, smoke, all that nonsense. Everything
I,
good over there?
I gotta tell you, it's pretty okay, but been having trouble breathing. But
Okay.
then I have the lungs of a 98,000-year-old man, so
Yeah.
things are probably just fine. Just
Okay.
Mikey coded. But
Okay.
other than that, we're trying to survive. The World Cup has had the whole city
Ooh.
just in a tizzy, man. It's just very busy all the time, and I don't like that. I don't like
Morning,
change.
noon, night. I remember when I was out there, like there were bars that didn't open till in the afternoon, and they were opening at like 5 a.m. in the morning on Santa Monica for World Cup, and it's like it is an all day, every day event. So yeah,
What's what's going on, Bradley? Bradley is here to keep the home fires burning. He said it's cool, just traffic. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
There's a bar literally like 2 blocks from my house, and I can't go because it's just way too congested and just way too close. When the spot is too close. You know what I mean?
yeah. I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah.
2 years, you got the Olympics there. You need to take a summer off.
I may just move, dog. You know what I mean? That may spur me to get up out of here
Yeah, bro.
and find me a nice quiet cottage somewhere, Doug. 'Cause I truly don't have the patience because this is like the precursor. You know what I mean? This is literally like the Silver Surfer of LA, and he's like the herald of Galactus, which is going to be the Olympics.
Yes.
I don't want any of
Yes.
it, bro.
And before we get into it, you never answered my question the other day when I texted you. I assumed work was kind of
What?
going, so you're getting a little busy. And snap, you bring up the Silver Surfer, who's just snapped me earlier today.
Mhm.
Um, who is your one card that you have that no one else has that you love to play, and you're like the only person who plays it? Do you have
Man,
one?
I've had a favorite. I thought it was crazy. I thought I answered it because I was
Okay.
thinking about it. It's one of those where I thought I responded to you,
Okay.
but I just didn't remember. My favorite card until they changed him. I have two answers. My favorite card until they changed it. I hate when they do this. They changed the literal nature of the card. My favorite card in Marvel Snap was Mysterio. I love the Mysterio
Yeah.
card. It's so cool and versatile. It was cool. It was versatile. And it's like the good thing about Marvel Snap is that they try to make the ability of the card match the personality of the character as much as possible. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's like, why is Spider-Man doing this? That doesn't make much sense, you know? Or, but there's also times where it's like, oh yeah, Galactus just destroys the entire board. Okay, makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
They changed the card and now it doesn't work quite the way it used to, and it lost a lot of the magic, no pun intended, of the card. So yeah, that used to be my favorite card. I would play it in random decks because I appreciated the 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 the,
Yeah.
the texture. I appreciated the lore of the ability match with the character. Yeah.
I had a deck called Hard Decisions that I used that card in, and you know what? Once they changed, it's like this is not a change even close to the better. It now
No.
you activate it, you get one, you get a zero card. It's like, why did you do this to
And you
a perfectly fine
fine
card?
card.
Like it was fine.
It was
It
a one
wasn't.
in three, and they
It
reduced it
wasn't
to
too
a one and
strong,
two.
dude. It was yeah. And so the second part of that answer, you said you had a two-part answer?
Yeah, a card that I love to use that no one really uses. Because I know you were talking about Zorn. And I was like, yeah, Zorn
Mhm.
is a sleeper banger. I always say one card that I use all the time that no one really messes with is I love Lady Deathstrike. I love Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah.
I put her in non-destroy decks just because a lot of the problems I have stem with cards 3 or less. So it's like she takes out Iron Mans, she takes out Wongs, she takes out all those annoying kind of like
I'm
meta
talking to you,
cards.
Luke Cage.
Talking to you, Luke Cage. She it just ends an entire like you
Yeah.
spend the last 5 rounds trying to build up to this crescendo, and she just you snap before you play her, and then you just wipe them out. You just like, yeah, your whole plan is dusted. I'll throw
I,
her in I'll throw her in a move deck just to mix things up.
yeah, I like Lady Deathstroke. I have her in one deck. I don't know if I still play that deck, but I had her in one deck. So I did want to get an answer to that question. So at least we got
Yeah.
it on the record. So neither here nor there, or anything to do with this episode tonight. But it is
Hey,
a Nerdiverse question.
it is a Nerdiverse question, and there are no wrong answers in the Nerdiverse. You know what I
No.
mean? No, it's all
Download
nerdy,
Marvel
man.
Snap. It's going to be a
Play some
long
Marvel
learning
Snap.
curve, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, and one thing I like Marvel Snap, all their cards are still somewhat viable. They don't really nerf cards into the ground. They sometimes do, but for most, if you playing with like a card that came out the first day the game come out, you can find a deck that'll be competitive with that card. They're really good about that. So day one people, you'll fit right in.
Yellow Jacket, like, you're just going
He's
to leave Yellow.
he's secretly sick, dude.
Say,
In the
oh,
right
okay.
deck,
All right.
in the right
Okay.
deck.
All right. All right.
Now think
Fair
about
enough.
you put Yellow Jacket inside of like a lockjaw deck where you can just use him to pull out a bigger card in your
Yeah.
he's real like he's really good in like those negative decks where you want to use like hazmat and you want to damage your own cards so that you can put the bigger card out. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. He
Yeah,
gets
I
kind
don't
of nuts.
damage my own cards. I damage your cards.
Nah, this is why I'm a destroy deck. I'm a little sadomasochistic, though. Everybody gets a taste of the bitch pudding, dog, even
That's
me.
funny.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we have an episode to talk about this evening. To once again, it is episode 169 of the Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast. The jump button. Jump button. I wanted to put jump button included with season pass, but that was a
Yeah.
little too long. But jump button with season pass is the name of this episode in honor of the one of the big 4 topics we're going to be talking about this evening. And before we get into anything, I always like to ask Wash of these 4 topics, which is it's really good to be a Batman fan right now. There's a lot of Batman
Ooh,
going
like
on.
someone's in a room somewhere, like cranking them out. Like I was gonna ask
Bro,
you, where'd Batman come from
just
all of a
I don't
sudden?
this week. Man, crazy. So things we're going to talk about this weekend. I saw a Wash lit up about this first topic, which is Steam Machine and details price revealed. Just take my money, right? Batman Nightfall Part 1. One of my favorite Batman arcs of all time is getting a movie series, like part 1 of 3, I think.
1 to 3,
Um
yeah.
GTA 6 pre-order options. Spend $100 to get things that you could only get this one time ever in a 10-year game. Yikes. And lastly, they're doing a absolute Batman the animated series. That is straight up like a pull in case of emergency types. Like if you know anything about the absolute universe, it's like, man, this is crazy. So Wash, of these 4 topics, which one right now at the beginning of all things are you most interested to talk about?
Ironically, it's absolute Batman animated series being announced. So,
Yeah.
yes, I did not expect that. Eyebrow went up. I went, what? Why? Huh? And so, yeah, and I mean, there's a third one. I don't know if it made the lineup, but there was a third trailer that dropped this week. So,
Yes, we're going to talk about
yes,
that.
okay, all right.
I'm going to try to lump in the absolute Batman with the Nightfall because I just didn't have enough slides. There's just like so much Batman, and I didn't want to just to take over the
Yeah.
conversation.
Well,
You can't never have
Wayne,
ment Batman.
man, it's like,
Wayne, dog.
shit.
Throw a little Wayne right at you. And there were some topics from last week I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? That I still wanted to broach. So this was kind of a stuffed episode. So we're gonna have to make it work. Batman, it looks dope AF, and I don't like Batman. Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say to that. Like,
Like, I'm it's
That's
like
that's like kind of fighting
I've
words, but I
I've
love
never
you, man. You
I don't
know,
think I've ever heard that
heard a human
before.
being
Uh,
say I don't like Batman.
It's like saying I don't like cake.
I
Like
don't like I don't really like water.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
like
saying?
air. You know what I
You know
mean?
what? I can do
Like
without air.
it's
You know,
fine.
it's fine. You know
Damn,
what? We're getting into this
damn,
episode,
it's
but
harsh.
before we do harsh, hard cuts, Doug. Hashtag hard cuts. Doug. Oh man! Before we get into any of this stuff, he said I don't like cake either. There you go, Wash. There you go. There, Bradley. I love
Bro.
you, man. You're like a brother to me. More cake for me, I will say. I will have that delicious, delicious moist cake in the shape of a bat signal, just to make it full circle.
I don't even know what to say right now.
Devils. Can you imagine a blacking? Can you imagine a yellow cake in the shape of a bat signal with chocolate frosting?
Yeah,
It's just
let's
a
do
Batman
it. I'm
cake.
in. I may do that this weekend.
Yeah,
Let's throw it together.
yeah.
You know what I
Pictures.
mean?
Let's
I'm
do it.
in.
We're doing
I'm
it
in.
for the love of the game, Doug. Yeah, we're doing it. But before we
Pictures
start,
move.
I have to say, because I don't say it often enough, if you like the content, this is a live show. So if you want to jump over at Spotify, you want to jump over at Twitch, if you want to jump over at YouTube, we are here. Bradley's just yucking it up. Check us out. Subscribe to the channel so you made aware when new content goes live, and comment. Let us know if you're right, wrong, or everything in between. But I am excited because it's been a while. But Wash, I have to ask you the immortal question. How was your week?
My weeks have been good, man. We've had some solid weeks. I had some topics lined up for last week. I'm gonna let most of them go because we don't have all day. So,
I saw
um,
something that I've been holding to my chest.
okay,
So
all
if you
right,
don't bring it up, I'm going to bring it up. But
all right. Well,
these are say, I'll let you rock. Let you rock.
the first thing we're going to be bringing up is something happened in Avowed, and I wanted to get your take on this as a video game like person, man,
Got it.
because
Mhm.
I don't necessarily play through games multiple times. I am kind
Yeah.
of a one timer. My choices are my choices. And I got to Avowed last week, and there was a choice, and there was no good choice. And I
Fun.
made the choice, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, just in case one day you do end up playing it, because it's a you're like, oh damn, these are my choices.
I love
Okay,
that.
and so then all of a sudden bad things happen. And it's the first time, because it was right at the end of the stream, and it's the first time I want to say that I left the game after making a decision, and I felt bad. I for like 2 days I was like, do I need to
Yeah.
redo this? Did I
Yeah. Did I make
choose?
the wrong
Did I
choice?
make the wrong choice because it did not go, but as I said, there's no good option. So I don't know what's on the other side of it. But there's the obvious ones like Fallout, blowing up
Megaton. I was going to mention that.
Megaton.
Yeah.
So I want to get your take, and there's also Mass Effect 3. The dude, the whatever the hell
The,
his name is, the
the sniper
Razorback,
dude.
the
Yeah.
Razorback. I
The bit.
kept
Oh
him.
yeah.
So yeah,
His
yeah.
whole
So I
bullet
didn't
line.
kill him.
Yeah. That whole
Right, I
situation.
kept him, right? So I didn't even play that. So here's my question to you, Mike, is there a game where you've made a decision and you felt so bad, but you stuck to that decision, but you were like, damn, I really should have done the opposite thing. But I do know you play through games twice. So do you play the same way each time, or do you take that opposite path? So two-point question for you.
Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I want to answer the second question first because it kind of
Okay.
leads into my moment that just popped in my head. So it depends on the game. If the game is really, 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 really long, you're getting one out of me. You know what I mean? If there's not like replayability, I'm not coming back to if that's it's just what it is. I'm not running another 300-hour campaign. You know what
Let
I'm saying?
me add one addendum to my statement too, because it happened at a point where if you wanted to go back, you're going to do an hour to get
Right.
back because it was like no save. And then
Hmm.
bam, and it's like, oh, so if you want to go back, you got to do like that whole hour again. So now go on.
Yeah. Isn't it fun? It doesn't happen often. But when a game gives you a legit ultimatum, and you've already dedicated so much time and you're on the clock, and Telltale was good for that, because then you'll see the decision bar just start going down, and it's going to make a decision for you if you don't make a decision. Beautiful storytelling. I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
um Depending on the game, because Fallout, I'll play a good guy first, and then I'll run it back in evil. You know what I mean? Just to see the differences, different choices. That's what make Fallout games and Bethesda games so beautiful, is that you can play the same game three different times and have three different outcomes. You know what I mean? Fallout 3 was notorious for having like three or four different endings that were all canon. You know what I mean? So those type of games, sure. But my second answer to your question, I just kind of let it rock. And that was just the story of my character. It's so crazy. So I was playing Witcher 3, right? Witcher 3. This is the game that it happens. And it's so messed up because it just speaks to, I felt so bad because it spoke to me, it spoke to my character at the time. Not my
Okay.
character,
Like
my
your
character.
your
Yeah,
character.
my character
Yeah, your
as Mike
personal
G.
character, right? I
Yeah,
got
it
you.
attacked me. It made me reassess where I was in my life. So during the game, you have two love interests, Yennefer and Trish. Yennefer, raven hair, beautiful, whatever. Trish, red hair, sorceress, whatever. And the game doesn't stop you from trying to romance both, right? And I'm greedy, especially in a video game. All my id is just out. So I tried macking up both, right? I'm gonna have Yennefer and I'm gonna have Trish because I just want to see what happens, right? So I romance both. I sleep with both, right? In the game. This is things you can do. And Trish toward the end of the game, mind you, I've already put in like 200-300 hours in this game. I was hunting for
Yeah,
great cards.
you were a
Remember?
Witcher guy. Yeah, you were a
I
Witcher
was
guy. Yeah.
Richard Guy. So we get to a point of the game, and Yennefer's like, "Tonight's the night, Geralt of Rivia. I want to, consummate our vows. Meet me XYZ, and we're going to talk about it." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get Yennefer." So she takes me back to the room. She pretty much ties me up, like we're gonna have a fun night, right? And then Trish walks in. Literally, I felt like I got busted for cheating. You know what I'm saying? And they both say, "You old dirty wolf. Neither of us will ever love you. You done messed up,
Damn.
kid." And they both walk out. And
Damn.
they're just business as usual for the rest of the game. And I'm like, holy shnikes, I just got busted.
You
I
lost
got
both
busted
of them.
cheating. You lose both of them.
Damn.
And I'm like, is there any way to fix this? No. You beat the whole game. And you find out, well, what happens to Geralt of Rivia? Because this was supposed to be the final game. And you find out he just ends up being a Witcher alone for the rest of his days and dies alone. That's the actual text. And I felt so bad. I was just like, if I just would have been a stand-up guy, I could have had a happy ending with at least somebody. I'm not gonna die alone in bog somewhere as an old washed up Witcher. And ever since then, it was like, this is why I can't cheat, dog. I can't, I felt so bad for
He's like,
for
damn.
making
The
irresponsible
real
decisions.
life lessons, you know what I
Real
mean?
lessons. Keep it in your pants, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Don't be an
Even
ass.
in the game. Even in the
Even in the
game, which
game.
is why I don't romance anybody in the game. Just like life. It's like, leave me
I
the
just
hell alone.
I
We're
just wanted
good.
to see, dog. Like,
Just
it's a
want to play
video
the
game.
game.
I didn't know there were going to be actual consequences to my actions, dog.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Oh,
That's a good
that's one of
story,
the
though. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that happened. That's funny.
yeah. Other because I would have mentioned Megaton if you didn't already mention it. I nuked Megaton the first time because I was just naive, and then the ghouls
Oh,
of
damn.
Megaton just start showing up and trying to kill you because you nuked their town. That's a good, but yeah, um, the Witcher 3 just it even gut punches me now, bro. It's just like it's such a light lesson. Like, man, make a choice. Be
Well,
monogamous, bro. Stop playing.
one day I hope you get into Avowed, and if you do, you will know what I'm talking about. But I also will tell you, don't play a fighter. The mage and
Hmm.
the rogue,
Nah,
very interesting. As like in the beginning, they don't seem interesting, but as I'm getting in the later game, it's like, oh my god! Like some of these sorcerers are like. They are, it's like, oh, I have to kill you first. You are an absolute
you're the problem.
nightmare.
Yeah,
Correct. And there's like
yeah.
five of them. So, which is actually going to lead me into my second topic, which is Ryan has played Crimson Desert. He
That's what I
has
wanted to talk
Crimson Desert.
about. That was I wanted to talk about. So expound.
Okay, I will expound. I am about, I think about 7 hours in. I knew
Already?
what I was getting. Yeah, yeah.
That's a
I
lot of
crushed it.
hours.
Yeah, I crushed it on a. I picked it up and I crushed it on like a Thursday afternoon and then like a Sunday and then a little bit of a Monday because I wanted to, put in some time so I could say my piece.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
in that regard, I knew what I was getting involved with. So, even if you come to the streams, on streams, we're not like a stop and smell the roses guy. Even with
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws, as much as the side missions are interesting, there's just too many. I don't
Right.
have that much time. So you have to kind of bulldoze through some things. You know what I mean? So I knew what I was getting into, and I'm like, all right, so I'm just going to put my head down and let's just
Lock
get
in.
through what we need to get through until the game opens up. And so I'm at the point I just got the crib. Everybody just pulled up to the crib, like my two guys and whatnot. And this is where I'm at, like as far as the story goes. So that is where I've got. So my thoughts on the game. You did not play Red Dead Redemption 2.
But one, but not two.
Yeah, I highly recommend that you play 2.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Red Dead, like you said, Red Dead Redemption 2 only mixed with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I
Interesting.
also don't think you played.
I didn't play.
Um,
I didn't
you
play
did play
Odyssey.
Odyssey?
I
Yeah,
played Origins, but in
Origins.
Egypt.
Odyssey's a very different game, cool, but it's
Hmm.
it's just much larger in scale. You can do everything. And so we have our happy hero Cliff, the everyman Cliff. Cliff, let me tell you
Cliff.
about Cliff.
Tell me
Cliff
all
can
about
do
Cliff.
Cliff can do anything.
Yeah.
Whatever
Cliff.
Cliff needs to do, Cliff can do. You need him to like bend magic, he'll bend magic. You need him to bend time, he'll bend time. He'll
Yeah.
pull out a sword, he'll jump, he'll fly. Cliff is an everyman. Like if Superman is super, Cliff is beyond super. He's
Cliff is
beyond
Cliff.
Cliff is
Cliff is.
Cliff, right?
Yeah.
So interesting character, right? And what I mean by it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey with Red Dead Redemption 2 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey has a great story behind it. There's a lot going on. It's large, large in scale, but it has kind of the same type of feeling. You can row boats, go here, do this, jump up there. You can do whatever, right? You can't build houses, but you can build armies, this, that, and the other, big battlefields, this, that, and the other. That said, one of Assassin's Creed Odyssey's biggest flaws is that it's so big, you're not necessarily doing anything, as you've mentioned before, right? It's
Yeah.
like you're just endlessly running missions. And what I'm getting at is Red Dead Redemption 2 is very slow in nature. It is a
Yeah.
slow burn for the first 6 hours, man. You're like, will you let me like
Just
loose?
let me
We are
play.
moving. You're like walking at a pace, literally smelling the freaking flower, and it's like I get it. So this is taking the both of them and mashing them together,
Hmm.
which I can appreciate. That said, I don't necessarily have the crack in me on it yet, simply because if and I do have questions that I'm
Yes.
hoping will, and help me enjoy where I'm going with all of this.
Right.
But um my question, or not my question, my big statement, or my general statement is that like it's if essentially all I'm doing are going here to do 6 fetch quest to come back here, no matter how big of scale you do, it's not necessarily like intriguing like crack, you know what I mean? And so that is where I'm at with it currently, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, I get it, but all the same, it's a lot of fetch quests, it's a lot of run to point A to point B versus a Fallout. Also, something else I'm going to say, I had an advantage. You talked about the controls.
Yep.
Avowed has very similar control. It reminds me of Avowed. Avowed is a better
Interesting.
version of this game,
I believe
in
it.
my opinion,
Yeah, I
simply
believe it.
because it has a focus and a purpose to it. Where you're Cliff, you're putting the band back together, cool, and you're in this like nether realm, let's just call it.
Yeah, I don't know
That's where
what
you're
this
you're at.
universe
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
you're
ev-
in heaven.
yeah. You might as well just be in heaven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm assuming. You know, you died and go change things. We'll get you back to the future, whatever. Anyway, Avowed has the same amount of like crazy ass combats. It's very hack and slash. What I wish, and this is, and I'm about to wrap it up. This is
No,
not
let's
to
take your
say I
time.
haven't
I've been waiting for
enjoyed.
this all month, man. Talk about
It's
it.
not to say that I haven't enjoyed my time with it. It's just when the purpose behind the time isn't necessarily captivating at this moment, you know, like an
Hmm.
Avowed, like a Star Wars Outlaws that has a direct engaging type of story. This is very much more do A, do B, do C, get A reward. Now go do A1, B1, C1, get B reward with a bunch of crap in the middle. And
Yeah,
frankly, yeah, I will go fishing, which was hard as hell to be honest with you.
fishing was
Uh,
broken the
yeah, bro.
first like 2 months. No, it's actually broken. You couldn't do it right. Fishing has been fixed by now. It's
Damn,
still difficult as hell, but
still
back
difficult.
then it was actually impossible on console.
So my question to you is, as far as the combat goes, because the combat is one of my issues, is that I kind of wish you went with Assassin's Creed. I kind of wish they had went with the refined Assassin's Creed combat. It's like if you're going to give me 10, 15, 20 enemies on screen, Avowed is just a shit show. Like there's colors going everywhere, like it's
Yeah,
fast. This, it's like there's no countering. It's all still kind of button mashy, you know what I mean? And thus I kind of wish it was a tad bit more refined. So my question is, do the controls get more refined? And B, do you ever fight a dragon like we saw in the trailer?
uh second question first once again. Apparently yes.
Okay.
I haven't got there yet.
Okay. All right.
Apparently yes.
Okay.
I have seen some stuff in the future, and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But apparently, yes. But I literally just fought a Yeti last night, and that thing whooped my ass for like for like a few hours. So
I also
not there
don't know
yet.
why it's called Crimson Desert.
I don't either. I haven't got there yet either. Apparently, there's an area called the Crimson Desert.
Okay.
I think it's the last biome of the game.
I'm glad
So
you said that because the only
I,
thing I was thinking, I'm like, is there a desert like of blood? Like, is
I don't
this
know.
what Crimson Desert
I'm like
is?
100
Like,
hours
so
in.
okay,
I don't
okay.
know. We'll get there. But to answer your question about the combat, I like how you mentioned that Cliff can do all, right? Cliff can literally do anything the heart
Anything.
desires. You want to raise up. I literally just started farming. There's a whole farm mechanic in this game. I didn't know that. What? I'm farming now, I guess. There's a barber mechanic in the game. It's just whatever you want to do, dude. Whatever game you want to play is. I'm getting on a ramp. I'm not answering the question. Focus. Um, the combat is as refined as you want it to be, if that makes sense. There is a whole parry mechanic
Okay.
um, that is very touchy because the controls are touchy. The controls are delayed a little bit, and they're working on that. They haven't stopped working on this game. There's a boss that you're going to fight at some point where the only way you're going to win is by mastering the parry mechanic.
Okay.
and it's
All
just
right.
that's just how it is. And there's slowdown, there's Batman, there's Arkham type style. I'm sure you kind of felt the Arkham in it. There's Arkham Asylum, there's some Assassin's Creed, there's some Witcher, and it's all about crowd mitigation, right? There's two different kind of sides to the coin. There's crowd management and then there's boss management.
Mhm.
In there are certain abilities that are just raw crowd management. There's 70 dudes. You'll literally go into a fort and there's 50 dudes attacking you at the same time, just all running at you. And it's kind of like Vampire Survivor, where you just have to just start mowing them down, like
But
Dynasty
Assassin's
Warrior style.
Creed has that as well, but
Yeah,
it's refined. You know what I mean? You feel the sword fight, you feel
yeah.
the combat, whereas this is more just the pushing of the button. There's no textile. Like
The
that's the
textile,
best way I could feel it. It's more your damn game. Devil May
Devil
Cry
May Cry.
for me
Uh,
so thus far. So
have you encountered a boss fight yet?
yeah, I've encountered like two,
Did you
three.
fight the little troll dude in the village?
Yeah,
It's like one of the first fights. How are
yeah.
you feeling about the difficulty?
I haven't had any issues thus far with any of the bosses that I fought.
Okay. The
I
game used
haven't
to be
died in
way
the game.
harder. Okay, yeah,
Oh
the game
yeah,
used to
they
be
did.
way
Yeah,
harder.
they were
The game used to be
they
way
dialed it
harder.
down. They
They
said,
dialed
yeah,
it
that was the
down.
first thing they
It's still
did. They were
difficult in
like,
certain things because I fought a boss the other day and I thought I was leveled. The guy just kept one shotting me, so I just had to figure that part out.
damn,
But your refinement's going to come in the boss fights, the one-on-ones. That's where you have to pay attention to how the boss moves. That's where the parry
okay,
mechanics is going to come in. It depends on your fighting style. Like I'm just now putting points into bow because bow is absolutely crucial to the game at certain points. Yeah.
which is another kind of question. The ability section for such a large game, the ability section seems a tad sparse. Is it
No.
built on a like a
It's layered.
leveling type of, it's a layered system.
It's
Okay.
layered.
That's all you have to say.
So,
No
yeah,
spoilers
no
needed. All right.
spoilers.
I was just wondering because I'm looking and I'm like, what I'm looking at doesn't even make sense for the
One
scope of
move
what this game is.
becomes another move entangled with another move, and there's multiply. It's a whole system I haven't even touched yet with the abyss stuff that
Yeah.
transforms moves. So it seems simple, but it's really just layered. It's just a bunch. They keep putting more mashed potatoes on the plate. Is what it feels like.
Also, because I did get the chick, I haven't played with her yet, but she is
Yeah,
part of the party now. Is there a reason to play with the other characters besides
not
just different play styles? Okay,
not at
all right,
all.
that's it. Okay, all right.
I just got the other guy, the guy
Yeah,
on the poster at the beginning of the game, and I there's some mandatory missions with him, but I don't think I've switched to the girl once. Like,
okay.
there's just no point. It's like playing a Lego Star Wars game. It's the same level. Now I'm just playing as Anakin, and he can do a couple of different things. Now I'm playing as Darth Vader. It's like I don't care. Play as Cliff. That's the guy I'm
And
leveling in. You know?
and so thus not my problem with the game, but where I'm like, last time I picked it up was Monday. We played Avowed. We had Star Wars Friday today. 5 out of 5 on Black Spire, by the way. 5 out of 5.
Five
Five
out of
out of five.
five. Five
So
out of five.
fantastic. So to that point, something like Star Wars Outlaws, bro, I was after work. Dishes were piling up and it was like,
Yeah,
no, I gotta get into
gotta.
Outlaws real quick. So yeah, we will see if that hits within the next day or two. I'll get in some time Sunday, Monday, but yeah, I here's what I'll say. If you want to pick it up, then the reason I bought it for $70 is it's not a bad buy for $70 because you have 300 freaking hours of gameplay. You know what
Plus,
I mean? Like
yeah,
it's a game you'll play for the next 5 years. So as far as just like bang for the buck goes, it makes all the sense in the world. Is
yeah.
it a must buy? I wouldn't say it's a must buy
If that's
by
your
any means.
thing, if you want to know life this thing, I would say it's a must buy because there's not many games out right now that kind of scratches that itch like that. That's contemporary, not going backwards in the well, but moving forward. There's no
Yeah, I
until
guess
Fable
moving
come
forward.
until Fable comes out and God, seeing the way Xbox is going, God knows what that's gonna get. actually come out, this is going to be it for a while when it comes to just RPG, infinite, do whatever you want, Desuka type, adventure game. So
Were we asking for one of those?
there should always be one around.
Okay.
Like there should always be a good fighting game floating around. There should always be a good RPG. There should always be a good sports game. It's just part of the, zeitgeist. There should be one of those as an option. Sadly, we're stuck with this one.
Well, again, it's not a bad experience. It's just a
Mind
I don't
you,
e- I don't want to
you're
call it
coming at it
bland.
with
I'm saying a lot of the same words you were using when you were first like playing the game and
yeah,
like 30 hours in, and like I'm not frustrated with it because you told me, right? Had
yeah,
you not told me, had I not had any warning, I'd probably be a tad bit more like, where is the actual focus of the game? Because it
yeah.
does have a story, but that doesn't mean it's focused.
It's not focused at all. I can't tell you what the storyline is. I don't know. I kind of know what's going on, but I don't.
I mean, to
Like
this point, just putting back together with the crew and getting back at the bear people.
you know, I'm gonna.
Great
I
opening fight, by the way.
I got the homies. I got the bear people. I still don't know what this game is about.
That's funny.
No spoil. I mean, it's I'm not going to spoil it for you. The reasons and the context, but I don't want to hark on this because we still got a lot of episode to go. But I am happy that you see what I'm seeing, but you're still enjoying it because I can't front. I was playing it last night.
Yeah.
I had I had to find a reindeer mount that had 5+ ice resistance because I had to go unlock one of the abilities that the game just doesn't tell you exists. You have to just kind of figure that out. That's why the further you get into, I'm hoping you have more questions because there's certain things in this game that you'll just miss. There is no tutorial. It's just like
It,
I hope
it's
you understand to do this.
it's very Starfield in that way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
had you like, I only had like 6 abilities when I beat Starfield out of like the 20 or whatever you
yeah, the
can
twenty
get. I
thirty
literally
you can
had
get.
six.
Yeah,
And it's pure luck, the six that I got, because I wasn't searching them out. I just happened to get some good ones. So that said, I'm in it. I'm in it, but it it's gonna have to work to get me at 100 hours. Like this weekend, when you're asked, "Hey, what do you plan?" I'm probably gonna be trying to beat Outlaws because I don't know if we're close. I'm hoping we're close. I'm assuming we're close, but we'll see. So,
we'll see.
on that note, Mike, how was your week?
Yes. Keep it nice and sweet and short. My week, play Crimson Desert. Definitely still kind of trucking along on that. Um, trying to find the joy in it, and there is joy to be had. You know, Other than that, I played Solaris. I've been playing
The
the
app.
phone game, the app game that you and Bradley and yourself are playing, and I have just real quick thoughts on it. I've been playing it a lot. Um, p- Pluses. It's just Star Trek, like you said. It's Star Trek on your phone, and you get to kind of choose what kind of society you want your base to be based off of. My head canon is that I'm running Deep Space Nine. Is my head canon, and I'm leveling up my captains and sending them on goofy space missions and things like that, and all that's fun. Base management. It's not really a type of game I'm used to. I don't do a lot of base management, but it's fun, kind of like building, this is the gymnasium, this is the oil refinery on your one Deep Space
How do
Nine.
you like one of the things I really like about it is just the UI, the
Yeah.
design of it. It's like just how cyber and techy it looks. So how's your experience moving within and out and around, and how do you like it?
At first it was overwhelming.
It
You know
is
what I mean?
overwhelming. A lot of
Because it's
fucking
just
going on in that game.
pan
Pardon my
out.
language.
Yeah, it's pan out. Pan out again. pan out again, and you're just like, Jesus, what do you want? It's kind of, it doesn't hold your hand either. So it kind of holds your hand, but it doesn't hold your hand because there's all types of stuff you can do in this game. And it's very all encompassing. So the user interface in my experience with it at first was just like a little jarring, and then I started kind of like, what if I do this over here? Why is this glowing? Okay, I'll just click the glowing part, and it opens up a whole storyline. It's a whole storyline you could do outside of like the let's play house. You know what I mean? Um, and it was pretty intuitive. I would say at first I was
Yeah,
just overwhelmed, but once you kind of like go into your motions and like, okay, this is what I got to do today, and I need to go. There was this really interesting side quest I put my research team on, and they had to go investigate this planet that was kind of derelict and kind of grody looking, right? And it was just like this just random planet, and it was just like you have two choices: ew, this looks gross, let's leave right now. Ew, I don't like the cut of this place's jib, or let's search deeper. Let's see what we can gain from this planet and investigate. And I'm like, ooh, this is the kind of sci-fi kind of what if situations I like. No, we're looking forward. If I just lose this entire crew, I'm fine. I don't care. You know what I
right.
mean? Just sacrifice them to whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
And we find out that there's an underground Morlock society down there that was experimented on, and they're just down there, just and the entire planet is contaminated with like the God particle, and
Yeah.
everything there is you ever seen that movie with Queen Amidala where she's in the shimmer and like reality's
I
distorting around
didn't. I
itself?
couldn't get through it. No, I like. I
You
tried
know what I'm talking
twice in like
about?
the hour. Yeah, yeah. Like the Predator, the
I,
not
f-
Predator movie, but
I
she had
forget
like
what the
it.
the people turned it
Anyway,
merged into
yeah,
trees that
yeah,
merged into, yeah, that's pretty much what happened to this planet. And I kind of felt bad. And like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and leave y'all to y'all own devices. We're gonna take these couple of resources and we're out. Because
yeah.
the longer we stay, the more we get changed. So we're not having none of that. Spacesuits on. Let's get up out of here. Annihilation. Thank you, Bradley. Yeah, that movie
Yes,
Annihilation. Yeah,
yes.
so pretty much I found the Annihilation planet. And that was fun and interesting. I got my resources, and we just kind of left it via Cornelius that whole entire planet.
I am in a hole right now, and it's hard to get out of. I'm hoping to get out of it this weekend. I'm in a position where every time I log in, I'm like negative because I built too much too quick, and now my economy can't keep up. So every time I log in,
Mm.
everything's shut down, and I have to restart it. But each time you log in, you get credits after time, right? So if you can log in 6, 7 times a day, you're going to make your money and do what you need to do. But if you can only get there one time, like, you're spinning
I
your
haven't hit
wheels
that
and
wall
going
yet.
backward.
I kind of went
Yeah,
crazy and leveled one commander to like 30, and
smart,
now he's just like a god being, and I send him on everything, and he seems to
smart,
deal with the problem. You know what I mean? But
smart.
the one thing I don't like about the game is I don't like the time clock management. That drives me kind of crazy. Everything's on a timer. You want to travel from this world to the next,
Yeah.
it's 5 minutes. You want to engage in this particular it's 10 minutes. Buy time. And it's just like, nah, just do something else and wait. I'll just click out and I'll just go do something else. Come back at it when I think about it.
But and to be fair, when I recommended it, that's one of the reasons I recommended it is because that for me is what allows it to be pick up and put down with
Yeah.
a very like, hey, I can just pick up and blow for like 5 minutes doing what I need to do and then put it down for 3 hours, come back, I got some stuff done. So for me, that was actually an appeal or draw when I saw it because it just, it allows you to move on with your day. So and
Yeah. I mean,
and
I just don't like that kind of like
yeah,
I don't like that kind of like game as a service
monetization.
monetization. Like I just want to play. And it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go off and kill some pirates or something like that and destroy some space stations or something like that. While I'm waiting for my oil refinery to get level 7 or something like that. So it's a good pick up and play when it's what I play when Marvel Snap pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
when I just got 4 cubed by some jerk with tech cards, like, you know what, screw this game. I'm gonna pull out Solaris and I'm gonna build me a house. That's what I
Snap
play.
can be frustrating.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing they don't let you like comment to other people and
Can you
whatnot.
imagine the horror show that would be? They let
Like,
us talk
bro,
to each other. Do
bro,
you know that
you
I
know what?
auto mute every single human being I encounter? Because there's no insult to injury more than some jerk giving me the thumbs up and it's like F you. Like, I just want to throw my phone through a wall. Like, bro, like I've never been so incensed as it is playing Marvel Snap. Yeah. Like F you, bro.
After
Oops.
he played some bullshit Venom deck
Plays a
one, he
bullshit,
was like,
yes,
"Yeah,
some bullshit.
like
Three
what,
Shang,
bro?
three
Get out of
like
here!
three Shang-Chis in a row, just
Get
comically
out of
just
here!"
stupid bullshit. This guy shadow kicked me 3 times in a row on turn 6, and I just almost wanted to just snap my phone in half. Like, F this game, bro. Oh. That's why I auto mute everybody. I don't want good game. I don't want GGs. Just let me move on. Nah, game gets under my skin. Other than that, I watched a couple of movies, but don't want to spend too much time on them. I watched a movie called They Will Kill You. This one we kind of reviewed a while back with Zazie Beats, and it's like demon slash. Uh, Mike Prime put me up on this movie. He said, "Watch it. I'm curious to see what you think." And I watched it, and how can I put this? It's like if the RZA and Quentin Tarantino had a baby. Is what this movie is.
Okay, all right.
Which is like you hear that and you're like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. This movie wants to be Kill Bill in the worst way, but the problem is it wants to be Kill Bill so bad, bro. Like
Oh,
it lacks a certain identity to itself. The action scenes are great. I love Zazie Beats. I've loved her since Deadpool. I loved her since Atlanta. Huge crush. Just love me some Zaz. 1,000 years Zazie Beats. But she's doing that thing she did in Bullet Train that bothered. Did you watch Bullet Train
no, I have not
with Brad
watched Bullet
Pitt?
Train. Yeah, no, I have not
Excellent
watched it.
movie.
People
Watch
said,
Bullet Train.
mm,
Oh my, it's such a fun ride. But she talks like Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? The woman talks like Freddy. She's always like, I'm gonna get you, bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
bon appetit, bitch. That's how she talks. I'm like, it throws me off because she's like this beautiful Afro, African American woman, and she talks like Freddy Krueger in like Dream Warriors. It's just so
damn.
off putting. I'm gonna cut you, bitch. And I'm just like, stop, dude. Like, you know what? This movie doesn't need that. Other than that, good
How long did
choreography.
that movie come in at? What was the running time on
Shit, it
that?
was
Did we do
quick.
90 or was that
Maybe
all
like
right?
120, I got
All right, maybe
190.
120. All
It
right.
didn't it didn't wear off his welcome because it literally wears his influences on his sleeve, and it's like I want. It's almost like I want to do the thing, but you may need plot and story progression, and character. But no, I just want to do the thing. But you need these other parts too to make the thing even pop. I don't want. You're not here. You're not hearing me. I just want to do the thing, and it does the thing, but it doesn't do the other stuff to make it an actual film. You know what I mean? So it's like a little bit more time with the characters, a little bit more time knowing what's going on versus kung fu, you know, bloody acts, Evil Dead, you know, tomfoolery. You know what I'm saying? So I watched it twice because I just had to make sure. You ever watch a
Oh,
movie that you're like,
yeah,
I just
man.
need to make
Yeah,
sure
man.
I'm not
Yeah,
crazy?
all the
Yeah,
time. All the time.
yeah. Like a kind of like a really critical eye second watch. Like, okay, maybe I was tripping.
In fact, shout out Random Select. I honestly think I'm gonna have to watch one or two of our Random Select winners from our earlier rounds again, just to do it fairly. Because like I have a memory, but it was such a weird watch the first time that it's like each movie was unexpected. So it's like I kind of need to watch it again to make
Every single
sure.
time we do random select, I'm the one who says, "Yeah, I rewatch the movies when round 2 comes on." And I was like, "No, you're crazy. That's dumb. I'm not watching that again. I already watched it." I'm like, you kind of some of these movies you need to watch twice
Yeah.
because you may have been wearing rose-colored glasses the first time you watched it in comparison to this other movie. So I'm with it. That's my modus operandi. I always watch them a couple of times.
Twice. Okay.
Final round, I don't, but I usually watch them once or twice within a random select. That'll be my week because we have some topics to go through, my man. You ready to fly through some news?
Yes, I am.
Let's go, Bradley. What's cracking,
Terrible.
dude? Something I wanted to talk about last week, and it's just too big of
Yeah.
news to skip, is the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. He's shaking his head already, ladies and gentlemen. I saw it. I synced it. Wash. What are your general ideas about this film, and why isn't that character Jean Grey?
I I can't answer the whole Jean Grey question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here for that. I'll answer the first
Jesus.
question first. I don't remember what it was. What was your question? Pardon me.
What are your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh, um, yes, I had a question for you. If I go watch these first three movies, what they are, is this movie going to make any sense or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I will
That
ask you to watch the last one. Watch No Way Home. That's the
okay.
only one you really need to watch
Okay.
because that informs this one.
Okay, all right. That said, what I thought was trailer, if you would have given me this as the first freaking trailer, I would have been more stoked about Spider-Man. All you had to do was tell me, hey, look, the Incredible Hulk is in this movie, and you know what? He's not wearing glasses. And you know what? He's not with Thor. And he's the Hulk. And I'm like, here's money. There you go. Let's do it. So so when we got the iconic hallway Hulk shot, I literally looked at the trailer and went, "Oh, all right,
You could have
now I'm
led with
in."
that. You could have led with
Yeah.
that,
So
maybe.
it. Am I there for Spider-Man? Sure, but now that I know that the Hulk is finally back, I'm excited to see what they're doing with him after just completely picking him up and throwing him over there and going, yeah, we're just gonna let great actor and a great freaking superhero go over there now. So I'm most excited about that. Trailer itself, yeah, all right. A spider changes every 7 years. All right, cool,
Sure. No, they
whatever.
don't, Doug.
No,
Uh,
they
isn't
don't
that
even
a
live
huge?
that long.
They don't even live that long. What science is this? Who do they talk to? Who was the script anyway? I'm excited for the Hulk. Let's go. Isn't that a major problem, given that this movie is called Spider-Man: Brand New Day?
I think so.
Isn't that a major problem? Like, if we make a Batman movie, right? It's called Batman, but you're more excited that Wonder Woman shows up, right? Like, then what does your main character do? Like, where is the fanfare for your main character? What? Why isn't? Why are you allowing your main character to be kind of overshadowed by these cameos? And that's my biggest problem with this entire series, is that there has yet to be one Spider-Man movie. They're all Avengers movies. Think about it. Like Homecoming, Iron Man was all through it, right? The second one with
Doctor
Mysterio,
Strange.
Doctor Strange was in No Way Home. Um, Nick Fury and Shield were in the second one. You
Oh,
know what I mean? The Punisher and the Hulk are in this one, and God knows who else. They don't. It's almost like it's part of its clause. It's like, okay, Sony, we're Marvel, and we're going to shoehorn our characters, the ones we own that can make money off of this, into your Spider-Man movies because we just can't have you have all the fun. And it takes away from it being a Spider-Man movie. Like, it takes away from the creativity to me. Like, I just want to see this character stand alone. Spider-Man 2 is probably like my top 3 superhero movies of all time.
good
Dr.
movie.
Octopus, Sam Raimi, and Spider-Man just stands alone. Like, he's the main character. But and I don't front you, because seeing the Hulk, Savage Hulk, back after decades is extremely hype. But that shouldn't be the hypest part about a Spider-Man Brand
Yeah.
New Home trailer. That's
I
kind of that's a problem.
I agree with you. My question to you is, did they pull him out or did they want to keep him a surprise? And they were like, yeah, no one's watching our movie. No one's hype. Can we pull
I
out the
think
Hulk so that Brian can get hype about this?
I
And so they're like, yeah, Hulk, here you, yeah, yeah.
we've been talking about it for months. Marvel stinks of desperation, Doug. Like stinks of desperation. Because if this was the big ball swaggy Marvel that was in Endgame, they would have held that until the movie came out, and it would have popped. It would have
Yeah,
went crazy, right? But they're
yeah.
so worried about getting butts in seats. We see what's going on with Supergirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm. It's like, what do we do? We have to ensure our return on investment. So we're just going to let all the cats out the bag. Punisher would have been a crazy pop if I had no idea
Yeah.
he was in the movie. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
Iconic.
iconic.
Absolutely iconic. Yeah.
You know,
No.
this is some Spider-Man, the animated series levels of coolness. But hold it, guys. Let me go into the movies and have something to talk about when I walk out. I feel like I've already seen this movie.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
do feel
I
like
feel like
I've
I've
kind I don't
already
know how it
seen it.
ends, but I
It
kind of
doesn't really
feel
matter.
like does it? Not like you got Doomsday coming. I'm not sure anything matters when you're Marvel and you just said that Doomsday resets the universe. So why does Brand New Day matter? Like,
Why does
is
it
it
matter?
afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, Brand New Day is going to be actually after Doomsday,
We've
so
been
you'll be
talking about
watching.
Doomsday for like 5, 6 years. The last 3 Marvel movies had nothing to do with Doomsday. Nothing
Right.
has anything to do with Doomsday. Fantastic Four had nothing to do with Doomsday. And that's their villain. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll see. It's just that statement as a comic book fan, it's like that's a problem because your flagship character should be the flagship character of your film. You know, sometimes side characters steal the show, and that's you
Yeah.
can't help that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
He,
you know, it happens, but don't market it that way.
he's held down a couple of his own video games. You know what I mean? Like, not every character can do that and hold their own video game. And he's held many of them, but they won't let him be the main show in the actual movie, which takes away. And I think it takes away a bit from, like, probably why Tom Holland's cool. Tom Holland's great, but you know,
Hey,
no one talks about Spider-Man like Spider-Man is the show. No one.
that's what
It,
uh
that's what you're saying.
we got a 2D Odin states doesn't matter how it ends. It's like the 45th Spider-Man movie. Toots, one, it's good to see you. It's absolutely amazing to see you. Secondly, you're not wrong. There hasn't been stakes in a superhero movie like true stakes in a little bit. I can't think of the and Infinity War was kind of like the last time where
They didn't do
you
it
kind of
very
felt
well.
the stakes, and even they didn't do it that well.
Yeah.
Um, so it just it's hard to root for this stuff, man, because it's like I want to love it. I want to love it, but it's like I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
But Savage Holt,
Savage Joe,
Savage Holt,
Savage
Savage
Joe,
Holt.
Savage Joe.
So,
Punisher with the Punisher van. There's a Punisher van sighting,
yeah.
bruh. Supergirl might be good, might not. Review nerds. I'm gonna tell you like this. As a review nerd, I'm gonna tell you like this. ISO on mic. Don't listen to any of these clowns.
Yeah.
Don't make your own opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking to the entire nerdiverse because the review culture is a systematic teardown to get attention. I don't even think half these dudes feel the way they feel. I don't think half these dudes actually feel what they're talking about. They know that trolling will get attention. So
Yeah.
they're gonna say Supergirl is garbage. Have you seen it? Net? No, but check it out. Like, shut up, man. I don't want to hear what you have to talk about. You know, if you haven't seen the movie, but you saw it, okay, let's say you saw it. It's garbage. Expound. I don't want to expound. Then you're just talking out your ass, man. You know,
I'm still looking forward to it.
I'm seeing Supergirl this weekend. I don't give a damn.
Are you?
And
There you go.
and I'm telling you, I'm making my own informed decision about a lot of this stuff, dude, because
Yeah.
you can't listen to these guys. Interesting topic. Very interesting topic. Let's move forward. Speaking of not taking advice on things,
Damn.
the
So
Steam
it's all good.
machine,
It's
the,
fine.
the
Everything
Steam
costs
every
$1,000 these
everything
days.
everything the Steam machine is going to cost the base Steam machine is going to cost you at least 1,200 out the door with tax and everything.
Yeah.
Not even a terabyte, about a little bit over half a gig. Um, I saw you on, not to out you, but I saw you on social media,
Yeah.
literally with the Fry meme. Take my money.
Yeah.
Wash. Break it down. Why is at this price point? Why is this still so desirable to you?
I am not a big fan of the 512 gigabytes. I'd much prefer to have a terabyte at the $1,000, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I just think that this little box is super cool. I think
Mhm.
it's going to be one of the unique surprises when we look back 2, 3 years down the road, because they can do anything they want with this, right? Like
Yeah.
essentially, this is a PC. Just all Steam. So again, and I've already seen rumors and humblings of Valve. What's our game? Not Left for Dead. I want Left for Dead 3, but what's the other one with the
GTA
doctor?
6 or something, you
No,
know?
they're exclusive with the doctor.
Oh, Half-Life.
Valve,
We talked about
Half
that.
Life.
Yeah.
Right. I've
Half-Life.
already seen rumors of Half Life 3 being announced. And it's kind of like Steam knows what they're doing and they know they have a superior product. They know PC gamers are PC gamers. Now, are PC gamers going to buy this? I don't think
Probably
so.
not. It's not
I
for
think
them.
this is for people like me and you who want to bridge into PC gaming but still want the console feeling. So, I have not seen the UI. I haven't seen it run. I just saw the out of the box, the controller, like the
Yeah.
demo setup, right? So, assuming everything, the UI looks good and all of that, like this is a premium experience to get. How many free games are on Steam, Mike?
A billion. Literally a billion. Like no hyperbole. Real quick
Just
shout
that
outs.
alone.
Real quick shout out to Mike Prime. Mike Prime just showed up. Dun, 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 dun. New challenger approves. But yeah, go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Uh,
But what
so
what
yeah, so for me, I, I'm probably going to end up getting that terabyte version,
might
but
as
I'm
well.
also going to wait till it's on special somewhere down the road, or wait till a lot of folks buy theirs and they're like, yeah, I'm going to resell this for about 800 bones, and
Yeah.
then pick it up.
And for
So is it too much to your question? Yeah, I think it's too much. That being said, like gases, I don't know what it is in California for the love of God, but in Little Old
carton of eggs is
Wisconsin,
$80.
we're
You know what I'm
like at
saying?
$4. So like they've never even seen $4 gas here, and it's like what the hell is this? So
What is what is
everything's expensive, and with the cost of components, it might not stay 1,000 by the end of 2027. This thing might be 1,100, 1,200 bucks. In
I
fact,
believe it.
one
Base
thing I
model.
will say, if you're whatever electronic you are been thinking about, I don't care what it is. You go buy that today, find the special and buy it because it is just going to continue going up in price.
I have
Fire
thoughts
show.
about this. I have crazy thoughts about this. Uh it is, you know what I'm saying? $1,000, man.
Yeah.
I'm torn between is this novelty or is this game changer, right? This is I haven't when was the last time we've actually had a new console competitor appear on the scene?
Neo
Was it
Geo.
Microsoft? Was it Microsoft?
Uh,
With the original Xbox? Like a real competitor. I'm not talking about like the Soldier Boy, the Soldier Game Boy. I'm not talking about stupid stuff like that. I'm talking about true like market competitor
Xbox.
in the
I'd
big
give you
three.
Xbox. Yeah, I'd give you Xbox.
Because
I
now
want
it's
to say
been
there
X
might have been something, but
might have been something, but it died, right? I
yeah.
think there was like some kind of handheld that didn't work out. Um it's like this is groundbreaking stuff. This is for real, like this, the powers are shifting. Um and the price, I think it's just a call of the times. I don't know what people think they're going to pay for PlayStation 6. You know what I mean? But you're probably going to be paying roughly around what the hell this is. You know what I'm saying? And from the specs, it doesn't seem that much more powerful than a PS5 Pro or a Xbox Series X. So where's the cost coming from? You know what I mean? Is it just, and I think it's from the Steam. I think it's from the infinite games you can play and the possibility of these exclusives that people have been waiting for almost 3 decades.
And a future of PC gaming in your living room, which isn't really quite a thing unless you have a decent rig that you've paid 3-4 thousand for, that has you 3 monitor setups, that whole types of thing. My question to you is, um, pardon me,
Asha, the AI
Asha,
herself. Yeah. Mhm.
yes, Asha said that gaming is going to become too expensive for the normies of the world, and thus we have to
Okay.
look at different models. I don't think our Xbox story's up here, but they just announced a $100 price increase
I'm
for their
banning all
models as well.
Xbox until they do something actually worth talking about. I'm banning Xbox from
So,
the docket. We could talk about it, but I'm banning them from the docket until they get their act together. They pissed me off.
so my question is these game companies know that normies probably aren't going to pay $1,000 for their games, and let's face it, we've already talked about the younger generation being
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm just going to play my phone and my tablet, bro." Like, what are you talking about? We don't buy consoles in our generation. So, Mike, my question to you is, who is this for? This is relatively a small chunk of people.
Yeah. It is for the non-normies. Uh Normies haven't been in the gaming space since the birth of Game Pass. That was the closest thing we've gotten to normies being in the game space. The
Hmm.
last time was like the Wii one, where
Yeah,
everybody and their grandma had a
yeah,
Wii, had Wii Sports. You're up front with Nana playing with the controllers. It was a whole movement, right? And
yeah.
the entire industry has been drunk off that since forever, right? But you know what I mean? Like, can we do that again, right? We want a Steam machine in every household, right? Hell no, no one's gonna be buying this damn
Not
thing
at a
because
thousand
it's not for
dollars.
not at $1,000 a pop for
Was it the
base,
Wii
bro.
$149?
Yeah, it was something crazy. The Wii was like $149 in like 2010. Motherfuckers were
Dude,
just giving them away, throwing them. You got Wii's in the mail with like junk mail, bro. Everybody had a Wii, at least one Wii in the house. So it's like the games ebb and flow, right? Because remember back in the day when a Super Nintendo game would cost $150, like in 1995. Like I never forget RoboCop versus Terminator cost like $80 at like 92. It's like
yeah.
it's like a car payment back then. You know what I'm saying? Um, so these things ebb and flow. These I don't think, and it's almost like a concession. Like, you know what? We're not going to get any new blood in this. Let's just market to a very niche, bespoke audience and make our money there. Because anybody who has a Steam account is going to buy this. Anybody who knows, and having a Steam account is not a normie thing. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
not
It's having a
necessarily.
Steam, it's a very niche thing. People know of Steam, but they aren't like locked into
And
Steam. You know what I'm
Steam's
saying?
been around a long time at this stage, so it's like, damn, still haven't made the inroads.
But Bradley made a good point. He says this is just about the cost of an iPhone.
Yeah,
Switch out your
valid.
iPhone for this payment
But
plan. Call it a day. The only problem I have with this is I don't even know if he can do it. Is that as a non PC gamer,
mhm,
I've been trying to get into PC gaming, but I'm the type of dude where I'm like in for a penny, in for a pound, right? If I'm gonna get a PC rig, I want that bad boy running a 4090. I want it running the most craziest hardware. If I have a PC, I want it to look out of this world. I want a serious crazy, like, no, this is not a PlayStation. This is a PC. I put time and effort and money and I don't think this thing could pull it off. I don't think I can. I don't know if it can. I want to be able to take off the top and switch up my graphics card.
You
if
can
I
take
want
off
to.
you can take off the front. You can switch out whatever you want,
It's like
right?
a
Or
plate or
not,
something like that.
you can take off the front and kind of customize it. It also works with any controller port. So whatever your favorite controller is, it works with a USB and you can stick it in. So it is form functioning, moves around a couple of different areas. What I'll say to your point is the rig you're talking about is $3,500.
I
This
know.
top end is $1,200. So then you're asking, is 1,000 too much? Well, is 3,500 too much to play PC games?
I'm not saying that it has to be that. I want the option.
The
Let it
option.
be
Okay.
1,500, right? Let it be 1,000. Let it be
Okay.
1,200. But if I'm insane
The
and
option.
I want to just open, if I want to buy the Ford Focus and I want to put $2,500 rims on it, and I want to switch out the engine and put it in a V12 and like give it like a marble paint job and make this gaudy monstrosity that makes no
Like,
sense. I
yeah.
want the option to do so. You know what I'm
But
saying? That's all I'm
like then
asking.
go buy a PC, right?
I
Don't buy the
know,
console for your living room. This
but
is more a couch experience.
it
If
just
that's what you're
feels.
looking for, do you want the couch experience with your PC
I
games?
know. It just.
Do
I'm
you
so
want to play
torn.
World of Warcraft on your television, right?
I just want. I know this is a. I know this is a gateway drug. I know this is an introduction to this world of PC gaming, right? I understand that, but I just want the opportunity to grow. I want it to be able to grow, is what I'm asking for. And with PC, when I think PC, I think like, the never ending painting. It's never finished. Your PC is constantly changing. Your PC is constantly mutating into a bigger beast. This is like stagnant. It might as well just be a PlayStation. It might as well just be an Xbox. But it also has these other opportunities. But that's not based on hardware. That's based on property, and it's based off, like brand. It's not based off specs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So here's my question to you. If they announce Half-Life 3 tomorrow, are you buying
I'm
this?
buying the shit. I'm talking. I'm
If
talking
they
crazy right
announce
now.
Left
I'm
4
buying
Dead
this.
3 tomorrow, are you
I'm
buying
buying it.
this? If they announce Portal 3
I'm
tomorrow,
buying
are
it,
you
bro. But
buying
but they
this?
haven't done it.
Like,
Is what I'm
but
saying.
but it's the potential to do it, and thus you can either spend your money on this or Xbox Game Pass, where we
Like,
may enter like Call of Duty. Great, play the first two levels for free. Now 4.99 each additional level you want to play because of a subscription based model. So
but here's the ultimate
no,
thing, right?
well,
Let's fast forward like 5 years in the future. All the consoles are going to start changing, right? PS6, Project Helix, this, right?
which they're saying might all be digital. Like,
I don't.
are you going to have me download a digital system to my workstation? Like, it's like downloading Teams,
Well,
only it's Helix.
they don't want ownership, bro. So the natural progression of these consoles is that you don't own it. It's going to
Yeah,
be. They want it to be a client. They want it to be a software. They don't
yeah,
want it to be a physical thing that is in your house, right? They don't want it to be a physical thing that's in your house,
buy
Doug.
that.
They want you to be able to sign in to your PlayStation and play it from your TV. We're not there yet. We don't even have the internet infrastructure to manage that type of system yet, but that's what they want, right? So my point was, is that at the end of the day, if I'm going to buy a console, let's say one console, a PS6, a Steam machine, or a Project Helix, it all boils down to exclusive. What kind of experience do I want? I'm gonna pick God of War. I'm gonna pick, I'm gonna pick Wolverine. I'm gonna go with Sony. But let's say I have enough money to get a second console. Then there's your question. I think Steam Machine is gonna be a better Game Pass than what Game Pass is, you know. But it also
Yes,
requires, but it also requires you to have some history with Steam. You're not just gonna
yes.
wake up and have 1,000 games ready at the ready. They're hoping for
No.
the guys who have 500,000 games on their Steam account that just they don't touch. But now you can play it on your big TV. You
And
know what I
I'll
mean?
also say, considering that I currently have like a couch setup, like I may go with a Steam Deck over a Steam machine first, just because a Steam Deck allows for more portability and it's
Portability,
just as
yeah,
cool. So I just want to throw that in there as well. I'm not down in the Steam machine. I'm just saying,
different
again,
things.
depending on the experience you're looking for, if you
Yeah,
need to be a tad bit more mobile, the Steam Deck also at a premium, they just raised the prices on them,
aren't those things like
offer.
$1,000 too, bro?
Yeah, they're like $1,000 now too,
Out of
man. Like all
control, man.
freaking day. It's stupid. It's stupid. Hey, I want a ground beef taco from Taco Bell. That'll be 17.99.
That'll
I
be
just want one.
38.95. That is one.
Just one. That's one.
That is one. Ooh, let's get to it. Let's get to it. What's the next topic? Next topic is GTA 6. Talk about pricing. Pricing is announced. Ultimate Edition's announced. The internet is literally losing their minds over this, man. My question, okay, a couple of questions I have for you, Wash. They announced that the physical version of the game will not come with a disc. It's an empty box for sure decoration. Wash, let's start there. Do you think this is a bad omen for the future of game ownership? As someone who watches shop, watches, Rebel Collective Archive, like, is this terrifying for someone like in your industry where it's like it's
I
really not giving me anything?
I absolutely hated the idea. I do want to add to an amendment that PlayStation did say within the last 48 hours that there will not be physical copies available upon release, but they do expect them to come in the future.
Then wait,
So I
then
guess you
wait.
can buy $99
When are they
empty
gonna mail it
box
out
if
to
you
you?
want
When
to.
are they gonna mail it to you?
No,
Like,
you're gonna buy like that. You're just gonna buy two. You're gonna buy this one, and then you're gonna go get your physical copy. So I hate this idea. I hate it. I 100% hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And actually, I had a story to tell from last week. As I told you, 3, 4 months ago when I saw the DVD players in Walmart. I took a photo. I was like, I haven't seen Walmart DVD players in the front row of Walmart in
1,000
years.
years. Yeah.
Like years, 6 years, 7 years. It's been a long time. Last week I was in Walmart. I saw two people digging in the DVD bin and
Yeah.
one dude looking to buy the DVD player. And they were all 50 above. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're at a point, man. If you are on Social Security, man, you cannot Netflix. We don't want
No.
to pay $24.99 to get freaking Netflix shows. I will just go buy movies. This is where I'm losing my mind at. So this idea I absolutely hate. Is it still going to make $1 billion? Yes.
Um,
Also,
Bradley.
this is not on going to be on PC when it drops. So
Nope.
as a downgrade to Steam machine, it's like you're not playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on the Steam machine when it drops.
Bradley, you said no, bought it online, but chose the hardware. Oh, you must be talking about your gaming PC because there are people there are people who are already pre-ordering this game, and we've seen really no gameplay. People are spending the 70, 80, $90 already with zero gameplay. Like, not even really a trailer,
Do you
just the
need
hype.
gameplay?
Just
Do you need gameplay,
wow,
Mike?
wow. I don't like that. Wow, I don't like that.
Do you
What are we?
need game? It's
What are we
Grand Theft
doing?
Auto
What are we
6.
doing? I don't care what
They,
it is,
if they
man.
announce Fallout 5
I'm not buying
tomorrow,
it, especially from Bethesda. I'm
blind?
not buying
Yeah,
that
I guess
blind,
that's a valid point.
especially Bethesda. I'm waiting
I
like
don't
two
trust
years.
you.
I
Have
don't
you
trust
lost your
you. You
mind?
haven't gained that kind of equity with me, Doug. There's only so many games I'm gonna buy blind, like blind. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. You say Street Fighter 7, I'm just gonna buy it. I don't care what it is. It's probably gonna be good. You know what I mean? Devil May Cry 6. I'm just gonna buy that blind. You know what I mean? Just only certain games. But like, yeah, that's equity you build. And I guess Grand Theft Auto has built that equity in spades. It's just a scary precedent. I don't like the feeling of that. My son wants PS just for. It's funny. My cousin, I'll just call him A. Um, he bought a PS5 today in
Oh,
lieu of getting Grand Theft Auto 6.
yeah.
That's the kind of, like, like industry this is churning out. People are buying PS5s with no games, bro. He didn't even want to buy a game. Maybe just get the
I,
system
I was
just
about
in
to ask, did he
case.
get a game to play
No,
today? He
he
just
just
got
got
the
it.
system.
Walked it. Bro, what you gonna play on it? Grand Theft Auto 6? That don't come out till like later this year. I know. I just got it. And it's like that is so goated, but it's also terrifying at the same time.
Terrifying.
Because it's like I can't put blind trust into anything like that.
And what's the download? They didn't
I don't
announce
know
the
yet. They didn't
download on
announce
this
that.
thing, man. Like,
This thing is going to be a terabyte, bro. This thing is going to be a terabyte. I promise you. GTA isn't going to suck, and if it does, the world will riot. It can't suck. Toots to your like. Yes, it's like the universe will implode if this game is bad, and I'm not like Hadron Collider implode. Like this is one of those things that is a universal constant. It just can't. Like it's so important to the economy that the US dollar may just crash if this game is not good.
I
It's
I
why
can't
are
imagine this comes out and they're like, yeah, it
you
reminds me of
imagine?
Saints
It's
Row
mid, Doug. This
4.
is mid.
It's
This is
like
mid.
what?
Grand Theft Auto mid.
Like what? I'm going back to Grand Theft Auto 5. Like I can't imagine with the billions of dollars that 5 has made, still selling copies, still churning out content
Feels
that
so
people are still are people.
unfair, dog.
It's like
Toots is like, did they just release this for pre-order? Yeah, people are losing their damn minds. Motherfuckers are mortgaging houses to get this game. I want to play GTA 6, and I'm not even a gamer. My cousin A was like, Mike, you play GTA 6? I am contractually obligated by the flesh of human beings to play this game.
it's
I'm
not
gonna
a
buy
day one for me. It's not a day one. You know
it's
what
a
I
day
mean?
one. It's a day one.
Yeah, it's not a day one for me.
What do you? It's in
I love
Florida.
Grand Theft Auto. I love Grand Theft Auto. I just beat Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time a couple of
Oh,
weeks ago.
beautiful. Yeah.
Right? And you know, I had played Grand Theft Auto 5 a couple of times, but never put in the time to beat it. I beat the game and I
Yeah, it's
went,
good
you know
stuff.
what? That's fine. It's great, but you
Oh,
know, it
I'm
wasn't.
gonna.
It wasn't.
I'm actually the question my cousin asked me earlier was a
It's
good
best.
question. You said what? I'm sorry.
4 is best.
I'm more of a San Andreas guy, but I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not gonna knock you. What about the GTA series impels you to play it?
Just the open world.
Okay.
For me, it's the open world. Good car control. My God, they know how to make a car game. Like they're like I found myself just driving around Grand Theft Auto 5, not
Listening
only
to music.
because you're in
Yeah.
Los Angeles, because it's beautiful and I miss Los Angeles, and it's like this reminds me of home. But each car feels unique and good in its own way, much like a Forza 5, Forza
Yeah.
5.
Forza
You know
6.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Forza 6. There are other games where you hop in a car and it just they all relatively feel relatively the same. And Grand Theft Auto for me has always, you know, executed that very well. Even
Very
if you go
well.
back to 3 or 2, it was done very well.
Um, Toot says, I'm not going to play, but definitely going to watch it being played. You're going to have a decade to watch that, Toots. People are going to be playing this game until 2040 because that's just how they roll. Bradley said, Vice City for me. No wrong answer.
No,
Grand
not
Theft
really.
very rarely makes a poor game, like an actual game. Um, Actually, selfishly, this game takes place in Miami. This is going to be my burn notice simulator. This is going to be my
There he
burn
goes.
notice
There he
simulator. I'm
goes.
just going to be Michael Weston, and my name is Michael, so that it all matches up. And I'm just going to imagine that my main character is Michael Weston and the girl is Fiona, and we're just going to do burn notice stuff all day. And I'm hoping it allows me to do that. You know what I mean? That's all. That's how I'm going to play the game.
I think you can.
I can't wait.
I think you can. So that's an interesting way to play. I am looking forward to driving around Miami in a Lamborghini. That'll be
I
nice.
want to drive around in a damn Dodge Charger and like do like spy stuff and like infiltrate and like be sneaky and jump on boats and shit. I can't wait. It's Grand Theft Auto, man. It's like
Is
it's
Grand
like
Theft Auto sneaky?
if you want it to be.
Eh,
This is like Crimson Desert, but with infinite money, Doug. You know, you can literally do anything in these games, Doug. You already know
also,
this.
Crimson Desert, like Sneaky, when you have
Nah,
50 guys on
nah.
screen,
There's no such
what's
thing,
even
bro.
the point? It's
There's no
like,
such thing.
why is this
There
even?
is.
Because I'm Cliff and I can sneak, but we don't really do that here in the
Did you
desert.
know there's a hay mechanic in that game where you can hop in the hay and disappear from from
Yes, I
enemies?
accidentally did it, and I went, oh, Assassin's Creed, like it.
Assassin's
There you
Creed.
go.
Jesus. Speaking of things that aren't that sneaky, look at this image, bro. Look at
Yeah.
this image. It's Azrael Bat. Okay, Batman Nightfall Part One, Nightfall exclusive trailer. They are doing an animated version of one of the best Batman series, one of the best Batman arcs of all time, which is the Nightfall arc that introduces one of the most important Batman villains outside of Joker, Bane. This is the 90s version, original Dan Jurgens art. So good. Watch. Did you watch this trailer? Do you have any
I did.
affiliation with this storyline? Does this costume mean anything to you? I want to know what your
No,
thoughts are on this.
no, it absolutely does not. I am familiar with
Oh,
the
so
actual
good.
name title, but I did not read or take part. I thought the trailer was freaking fantastic, man, and I watched it. I
It's
want to say this was the last of the three Batman trailers that I watched, and I was like, they all look good. They all look unique in their own way, and this looked like with Robin, like it looked
woo.
dope, man. Like it looked like because I'm a Robin guy. I like
Yeah.
Batman and Robin
Okay.
because I grew up, with Batman and Robin, and so I. Robin doesn't get enough respect put on his name for a
Fair
dude who's
enough.
an acrobat,
I'm not
and
gonna
so I
fight you
am
though.
looking
Yeah.
forward. Looking forward to seeing what they do with that, and then when you start adding in the additions of Aquaman and the friggin' the Panther dude, the Ninja dude, um, I think it looks pretty damn dope.
All right, trip down memory lane. Mike Prime is here. I think you're still here, Mike Prime. When I was a kid, I went to go visit New York for the very first time. It's like a cartoon. I went to go visit New York, and I went to go see my grandfather in New York. And it was just in the 90s. I saw Jason Goes to Hell, super 90s, right? 90s New York looks completely different. It's like remember when we watched Ninja Turtles? It was like that kind of New York. That was the New York we were in. There was smoke coming out of vents. I could have
Yeah,
sworn the Ninja Turtles were there. It was crazy, right? So my dad just goes off into the city, and I'm being watched by my grandfather. Beautiful moment, right? My dad comes home with a bag of comics. He stopped by DC Comics headquarters, because of course it's in New York, right? And he gives me a stack full of comics, right? Yeah, I get to read comics while I'm here. On the very top was Batman 500. One of I still have this comic to this day. In the very top is a foil cover of Azrael Batman in this suit, and it's one of the most iconic things in my entire life. It's like this
yeah.
comic means so much to me, and like burned into my Mike G brain. And I would have never thought in a billion years they would adapt this to anything, right? They would just kind of steal from it here and there. But look at what I'm looking at. It's just Azrael Batman, dude.
So give
It's
us a
so cool.
breakdown. What is Nightfall?
Okay,
What's
okay,
the
real
arc?
quick.
What are we doing?
Perfect. So, Nightfall. I'm not going to spoil, give crazy spoilers, but this is the story about. Story starts off with Arkham Asylum explodes. Right, Arkham Asylum explodes, and from the explosion, all the roach-like villains just scatter out into Gotham.
Yeah,
Right, Batman is like, crap. I got work to do. Batman, Robin. He's training a young John Pierre who is
John
Azrael.
Pierre. There you go.
Um, and Batman has to recatch this entire rogues gallery all over again. We find out this is a manipulation employed by a brand new villain, new to Gotham, Bane. And I'll leave it here. This is the story of where Batman gets his back broken, which is a huge. This is like the equivalent to the death of Superman. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? With Doomsday and stuff like that. Around the same time. So this is the story where Batman gets his back broken. This was Dark Knight Rises was based off this story. And in, and in the interim, while Batman heals, Gotham needs a Batman. Nightwing doesn't want to do it. Tim Drake is too young when he broke the bat. So this new upstart that Bruce has been training is a temporary Batman. And he builds his own armor to do it his way. This is one of the best Batman arcs of all time. This is like
Fantastic.
it is. It is a 3-part movie. It
I'm
is
hoping each one is 2 hours too. I'm
2
really
hours.
hoping they're not.
I want a
I'm really hoping they're
6-hour
not. Yeah.
tie them all
I
together,
when you
bro.
gave me what you gave me in the trailer, I'm like, I don't
I
think
need
three
more.
hours is enough. I don't
No,
think like the six 24-minute episodes. That's not gonna
no, no,
cut
no,
it.
no,
I
no, no, no,
need
no, no, no,
I
no.
need
I need
two or
at the
three
minimum
two
90
feature
minutes.
length films. Yeah,
I
yeah,
need three
minimum.
90 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, minimum.
Joker's in this. All his role galleries here. I even think there's some other superheroes that pop up. If they do it honestly, it looks like they're doing it honestly. The animation looks fantastic. I don't know
Yeah.
what is the, it doesn't look like a CG, which I love. It looks kind of hand drawn. This is my most excited I've been about anything comic books in like 5 years. It's just so crazy. Like this, I don't even want. This is one of remember what platform? Apparently, this is out. Toots. I don't know where to
What?
find it.
What do you
Apparently,
mean
this
it's
is.
out?
I saw a review on IGN. Apparently, this is just out. I don't know. I haven't done that research yet. I'm hunting it down. If I have to pay for this movie, I'm paying for it this weekend, and I'm going to watch it this weekend. But if
Apple TV?
I'm just going to sign up for Apple TV, I don't care.
Looks like me using my free Apple TV
Yeah, my
subscription,
free
bro.
90
I never
day
used it.
trial.
I was
I don't
waiting.
care. And now is the opportune time
Yeah.
because I refuse to not
Uh,
watch this, Doug. So this is like, remember when I freaked out about Ronin Warriors and I got too
yeah.
excited about it? This is like that, where it's like, no, no, no. Like, I don't even remember when you mentioned like sometimes animation is better. Just do it in animation. We talk about that a lot with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Some of the better Star Wars. This story needs to be animated. You can't do this live. You have to have you have to have a 9'10" Bane, muscle bound with the same art style. It's just not going to translate on screen. So I'm
And
watching it.
Bane
If
looked
this is
great too. The iconic
Bane looks great.
It looked
Iconic,
great. Yeah.
iconic Bane with the real thin tank top, Doug, and it's too real. It's too real.
Just
I can't do it. Can't do it. Keeping the Batman line going.
yeah.
Batman Cape Crusader season 2 trailer. Wash, you just started dipping your toes into season 1. Does this make you excited?
Season 2, yes. I want to say 3 episodes left. Unfortunately, Crimson Desert did eat up some of that time, so I wasn't able to finish it. But I love Cape Crusader. It's fantastic. Season 2, this trailer looks great. I almost wonder if it's too early for the Joker. I don't know if he's absolutely
Eh,
needed yet. I kind of thought that everything stood on its own without him coming out of the shadows, but it's fine. Batman, Joker, gotta have them. This one looks like it's gonna be a lot more action, a lot more violence.
yeah.
Um, I am curious. You can't spoil it because I haven't seen it,
No.
but I'm wondering where Batgirl is. I am wondering where Batgirl is. I thought maybe she would make an appearance in this trailer, but she did not. So, very much looking forward to it. I don't know when it comes out, but I will be finishing Cape Crusader before the next podcast. Easily,
Very good.
easily, and we've watched a lot already this year. When we go
Yeah.
back and play, we've watched a lot, and I Cape Crusader for me is right near the top. I have just eaten that up, each
Very
all of it,
good.
all of it.
Just to circle back with chat, Tootie mentioned that the first Nightfall book 1 part 1 premiered at the Annecy Animation Festival, hence the reviews. Okay, that makes sense. Bradley then chimed in. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Apple One. It's going down basement. So I just want to thank you guys for doing the research on that for me. Cape Crusader is great. It's actually some of my favorite Batman content. I like that it's a different take on well-known characters. I like when they do that where it's not so egregious. You know what I mean? Because there's a thin line that you can that you can cross with these characters. You know what I mean? Um, and I like that it's based in like it almost reminds me of Spider Noir. You know what I mean? You take these characters, you drag them into the past, you make them non-contemporary, which adds to their mystique. Have you?
And it's so subtle how
Yeah.
how they do it, like it's not jarring at all. You don't necessarily feel like you're in 1940s or 1950s until you're like watching it, and you acknowledge that it's an older time. It looks like it could be today in just a different type of area. So it's super subtle in how they pull those characters back in time. The one thing that does bother me is Commissioner Gordon is black, and I'm assuming he's black, and they have him with like this shadow that makes him always look like he's in a shadow, but it almost to me looks like he's white, and it's like, are we supposed to be wondering if he's black or white like this whole time?
Yeah.
I can't
He has.
tell, but it's such an angle. It's hard to unnotice, and I noticed it the very first episode, and I'm like, why
Yeah.
is this like this? He,
It
does
reminds
he
me of
have
the
a
yeah
does he
vitiligo or
use
something. He
something?
has vitiligo.
Uh,
They gave Gordon vitiligo, bro. That's crazy. No,
yeah.
it reminds me of the Superman the animated series problem where everybody thought that Lex Luthor was black, and it's like
uh,
nah. Everyone thought Lex Luthor was just a light skinned black guy. It's like nah, he's white. He's just Tony Savali. Oh, and people will swear up and down. No, man, Lex Luthor was black, bro. Like they whitewashed him. Like you tripping, bro. Like he was just Tony Savali. Look, and they're doing that. The art style bothers me. I'm okay. I mean, it's not going to be Bruce Timm. You know what I mean? It can't be too on the nose. It can't just be Batman the animated series. It looks lazy. I think from what I can see from trailer of the second season, they've improved on it. There's some really clean shots. There's some really clean approaches to it. So I think they're refining that art style. Can I say a hot take real quick?
sure.
Just hot take. I
It's
think
safe
Batman is
space.
bet save space. It's the Nerdiverse. We're all friends here. I think Batman is better suited as a pulp character than a modern character. I think he fits better in the past than he does in the present. I mean, I think about Batman the animated series, which is one of my favorite series. It's probably favorite cartoon of all time. That is timeless because it feels like it's out of time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There are very technological things, but it's like 50s science fiction that's going on in that series. There isn't AI or anything like that. It's going on. I like Batman when he is in Gotham and he's the shadow and he's the secret in the shadow of the bat. Um, when Batman starts getting too OP and he's taking down Darkseid with Kryptonian gauntlets, I'm like, it stops being interesting to me. I
When
need
we
him to be
go
a bit more
Batman
grounded.
sci-fi, yeah, I'm with you. We do kind of leave the pages, which is one of the reasons why that Netflix Batman animation show is just so batshit crazy. Because
Yeah.
you got Batman like breaking into like 100 different bats and then coming back together. It's like, what the f is this, man? What am I watching? Who is Batman? Where's
we
Bruce
don't
Wayne? A
we don't
human
talk
can't do that, bro.
we don't talk about Batman Ninja, man. That's not
Batman
Batman at all.
Ninja.
Realistically, if Batman was modern day, he'll just be Elon Musk. You would hope not. I think if Batman was modern day, there is no equivalent because there's no such thing as a conscious billionaire. So even Tony Stark is a little too unrealistic. You know what I mean for modern day, but um, I think Batman as a character just fits better in a pulpy noir kind of
Interesting
sense.
statement.
I like him better when he's more grounded. I don't like, Batman that, has the adamantium suit. It can fight Superman and has a contingency plan for everybody. I hate prep time Batman. You know what I mean? Just he has a superpower at that point, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes away so much from his character, you know?
And I'm assuming that you bunched in the last story, which is actually going to ring into something that's like
Actually, there's no
catching my
slide
eye
for it,
about that.
but
Oh,
lock in. Let's roll right into that while we're on the slide.
what is the name of it? Because I'm not going to remember that off the top of my head. It's
There are three
the Batman. Yeah,
It's the
it's
absolute Batman animated series. Let's talk about
Absolute
that.
Batman. That's right. That's what you had on the first slide.
Because
So
there's no real trailer for it. It's just an announcement. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah.
So tell me about Absolute Batman, because this is a
Okay.
Batman that I was not necessarily
Okay.
aware of, and I kind of like, civil engineer Batman, where he's just like he goes kick ass with it, and he's like,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
man, I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
gonna do this
Okay.
myself. I got a
Uh,
ruler, a pencil, and yeah, we're gonna make this happen. So
are
tell
you
me a little bit about that.
Are you ready for me to sell you on just the absolute universe on top of absolute Batman? You ready for me to just sell you on this stuff? Because I'm
Yeah,
quite excited about this because this is huge. And Batman, absolute Batman is the biggest thing that happened in comics since like Spawn. People are
yeah.
losing their mind about the absolute universe. The absolute universe is only DC I like so far. There you go, Bradley. Yes,
Hold on. Is this the absolute with absolute Joker, where Joker is like the
a
demon
fucking
Joker?
demon.
Is that yeah? Okay, all
Yeah,
right. I'm
it's
I'm
all tied
familiar
in.
with it. Okay, all right. Go on.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So let's go all the way back. Dark Side, right? Big bad of the DC universe, Thanos equivalent, right? Darkseid is tired of losing to the Justice League for whatever means or whatever reason, right? You know what? I'm tired of losing to these jokers. I'm way more powerful. Why do I keep getting beat by Superman and these clowns, right? I'm gonna make my own universe with hookers and beer, and it's gonna be all Darkseid 1,000 years Darkseid. Darkseid creates a pocket universe where every single atom is imbued with his essence, down to
Huh.
the molecules. Think of it like an anti-god particle, all right? So he makes a universe that is geared toward evil, that is geared toward anti life, much like our real life, geared toward the bad guys winning, right? So, but you cannot forego virtue, you cannot forego heroes. So these heroes still have to exist, but they all have such handicaps that they're almost polar opposites to what they are in the natural world. So let's talk about Batman Absolute. So Bruce Wayne, as you mentioned, is broke. This is not billionaire playboy philanthropist Bruce Wayne. He grew up in the slums of Crime Alley. You know what I'm saying? He has no money, and he's doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is 6'9" and 350 pounds of muscle. He's a brick S house. He's can't really fight. You know, he's
Alan
not
Rickman. Gotcha.
Alan Rick. He's Reacher pretty much.
Yeah,
Watch
gotcha.
Reacher if you're not watching Reacher. He is unhinged as hell. He's young and he just wants to just kick ass and chew bubble gum. And guess what? He's all out of gum. He is vitriol. He's damn near evil. Is
Yeah.
this character? Uh, and it's the most metal, most hardcore, most changing reenactment of Batman you will ever see. He doesn't have a cape. He has these spikes that come out of his back that retract like Spawn. He he's just gonna kill you. He's not even. He has no kill rule. If you need to go, you're going down. Alfred is not his friend. Alfred is like a ex MI6 like spy master that is sent to kill Bruce Wayne in the
Oh
first
damn.
few scenes because it's like this kid is wilding out. Gotham is protected by these evil people. We got to keep it that way. They end up befriending each other. Whoop-de-whoop. One of the big draws of the absolute universe is like, how are we going to remix every single character in the Batman universe? They remix everybody to almost Lovecraftian horror levels of power. Like Batman, you don't have there's commentary with Batman, you don't have to do this. Stop fighting these guys. You're gonna die. Like every single villain has been remixed and changed to make them almost horror
And,
villains.
and let me ask you, because I've been following
It's
Comics
great.
Explained for a while with the Absolute Universe,
Yeah.
and the Absolute Universe has started about a year and a half ago, two
Yeah,
years
about
ago,
two
give
years
or
in
something
now.
like that.
Yeah.
Where are we in this universe? What
Yeah.
is the end game of
Okay.
this universe? Because it
Yeah.
is such a weird universe where everything's turned on its head. And you
Okay.
take something like the Joker, for folks who may not be in the know, and you think
Okay.
about Joker, and no, now Joker's like a giant
Joker
like
is the
rat
infinite.
alien thing.
Now,
Like,
Joker. Okay, let me talk about Joker for a second. Joker is Batman now. He is
okay,
the billionaire playboy philanthropist has all the money. Apparently, Joker's been around since the 13th century.
fine,
We don't know what's going on with Joker. He's some kind of eldritch horror, almost like Pennywise, but it's
gotcha.
the Joker. There's a Justice League, but guess what? They're all villains. The Justice League in this universe are the villains, not the heroes. So you have an evil version of Ra's al Ghul who's just relentless and almost like a insurgent leader. You have absolute Scarecrow who could just warp reality and just make you do whatever you want to do. You have okay, the absolute Bane arc. I'm going to spoil this because it's too good. Bruce Wayne grows up with his rogues gallery in this universe. So he's best friends with the Riddler. He's best friends with with Killer Croc. He's best friends with Harvey Dent. They all
Okay.
grow up together. Selena
Okay.
Kyle. They're all, they're like the loser squad from
Yeah.
It, right? And without spoiling it, they all become this dastardly warped versions of their characters, and it's all Bruce's fault.
Damn.
So they turn on him. They slowly start to turn on him. And he gets bitter and he starts to turn on himself. And it
Yeah.
gets so dark, but also so light. Because then you have Absolute Superman, who's a whole nother can of worms. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is, I'm gonna give you two words. That what is this going toward? Absolute crisis. The
Like
absolute
Infinite
crisis.
Crisis,
The
but
infinite
absolute
absolute
crisis.
version. DCKO was this big thing last year. Did you hear about that? Where it was
I
like a big
did hear
tournament
some more. Yeah, 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 yeah.
where the normal character, normal Superman, normal Batman, normal Wonder Woman had to fight absolute Batman, had to fight absolute Superman, and they were kind of get their they're kind of get their money ran because these are grotesque mutated thing versions of these characters that are beyond busted. You know
Almost
what I mean?
demigod versions of
Yeah,
themselves.
they're
Like,
almost
like, yeah,
dark
yeah,
versions of themselves.
yeah.
And where the story is going is that scientists like Ultimate Flat, Absolute Flash, Absolute, Ray Palmer, they're all figuring out there's something going on here. There's something
Okay.
weird, something's off about the world. And they find the anti-God particle. And anybody who finds this particle is automatically killed
Damn.
because the secret can't go out. You can't know why the world is the way it is. Um,
Gotcha.
and it's all about getting to the boiling point of getting back to God. And guess who God
And
is in the face? Dark side. It's so good.
and hence the pocket universe. You know what I mean? So,
Hence it being its
yeah,
own thing.
yeah, yeah.
And it's so interesting and it's so fresh. And I can gush about it for hours because Absolute Batman is golden. Absolute Superman. They're fighting Black Adam right now. They're fighting Absolute Black Adam. And he is a monster, bro. He
Each
is a
time I turn
beast.
on one, like the power level is
Oh,
just
it's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's
What
ridiculous.
Absolute Black Adam threw a lightning bolt that was the thunder was so loud it caused a 6.3 on the Richter scale earthquake in Paraguay. Stupid stuff like that. You know what I mean? Didn't make no sense. Like
Right.
everybody's
Like,
busted.
why? Why are we doing
Why?
that?
Why? Why does it have to be this way? It's Dragon Ball mixed with In the Mouth of Madness. It's the best thing in the world, dude. Like, oh my god. And they're gonna animate that?
Yeah.
Get out of town, bro.
And
Get out of
and
town.
and
By
and
this time next year, the world's gonna know what the absolute universe is, and we're gonna fall in love. I promise you that. Hand to Bible. People are gonna want more absolute everything.
and I don't know what we got left here, but quick
Yeah, we're
question.
almost. Yeah,
A lot of Batman. Where does the Batman 2 fit in all of this? And why would you surround Batman 2 with three different versions of Batman?
listen, listen, listen. You know, I think the DC stuff, this DC films ain't doing so hot, baby. The DC films ain't doing so hot right now, baby. It ain't doing so hot, baby. Not looking good. You know, so yeah, we got it. We got to flood the market with good news. No bad press, good press. We're not talking about Batman 2 right now. Pay attention to this jingling keys of Batman, Batman, Batman. No,
Yeah,
we're not talking about that right now,
yeah.
baby.
All right, I got you. I got you. How many money machines do we have? One.
Like 7, but they're
Use
not
it.
making money. Use it. Pull in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Absolute Batman, right? Pull in case of emergency. Nightfall. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
How's Supergirl tracking? It's not looking good. All right, let's just flood the market with all this cool stuff so people forget and stay happy with DC. You got to stay happy. You got to stay
All
positive.
right. All
You
right.
know.
Valid. All right.
Oh, what's on your T-shirt? Um, this is from my company I work for. This
Oh.
is a team shirt from the company I work for that helps people who need caregivers, and we help them get 24-hour caregiving. And it's just
There you go.
nice gig, a little bit behind the baseball of Mike G. You know what I'm saying? So
There you go.
just
Nothing for the
nothing cool,
Lord's work.
just work. Um, lastly, last topic of the evening. I wanted to talk about this because it's weird, and I this is from last week, and I said no more Xbox. This will possibly be the last Xbox conversation
No,
we
it
have
won't.
until they do something right. This is it. I'm tired of talking about these fools.
All right.
I I cut them. So the only new game that we got from the Xbox showcase was Senua 3, Hellblade, right?
Yep.
Um, you need a Clippers hat. You need to shut the F up. I will never wear a Clippers hat, sir.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? I'm not even that angry about it. Basketball is basketball. I like Clippers. I didn't mean to snap at you, bro. Just sorry. That was just like an offense to me because it's Clippers. Ugh. What? Clipper Daryl? You know, red, and white, and blue Camaros. I can't do it. Anyway, the problem is they're rushing all these projects, potholes galore, and generic scripts. True, but in case of emergency, ring. Speaking of rushing things, you're right on the money, Toots. They're rushing these things. So they announced Senua 3, right? At the games at their little game showcase. The
Yeah.
only brand new thing. A week later, they announced that Xbox, Sony are closing the company Ninja Theory and Double Fine, who are making this game. So they are initially rolled out a game to a company they're already decided they're gonna tank. Wash,
Yeah.
you're a businessman.
Look, I
Would
told you
you?
last.
Where's the logic of rolling out something that's destined to die?
I told you they did it backwards, man. And had they not done it backwards, this wouldn't have happened. I actually missed this story. I
Thousand
I
years
did
bottle
not
popping, Doug.
I did not even
Yeah,
catch this one. And it's like, what do you mean? They literally just had a game show and it was like a
they
4 or 5 minute long
you
trailer.
knew what you were
And
doing.
it's like, eh, what are you doing?
Doing.
What is this game coming out? Or
We don't
is it
know.
already like what are we doing? I don't know. This makes no sense to me why you would even have this there.
Why
Unless
even show
unless
it?
something
If you,
happened like the next day and everything
but you
was
don't make that.
cool, right?
Well, what
Everything's cool.
circumstance?
Everything's cool, man. And then Monday game show on a Saturday, we're having a good time. And then Monday morning, phones are ringing, and it's like, you know what, Ninja? I think some things may have to go the wrong way. And then just like, you know what? Fine, f you, I'm out.
What circumstance would cause you to shell an entire company over the weekend? What kind of circumstance, mind you? Like this is Ninja Theory. They've been around forever. They've been making great games. They probably have hundreds of people on the payroll. What happens in a boardroom where we're making this game? It's going to be great. What like it's the biggest cold feet ever. How does that? What could possibly happen to cause that kind of fallout?
3 weeks ago, Asha said gaming may be too expensive for the normies.
Fair enough. Yep.
Yesterday, Xbox raised their prices. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you put these things in a room together, man. Like you just I don't know. I'm not them. I think that this is a terrible decision though. I know it's a popular series. I would hate to see it get shelved. I mean again, I'm not playing it, but the trailer looked batshit crazy. I will definitely
Yeah.
watch it, but I know there are a lot of Hellblade fans and there are a lot of Double Fine and Ninja Theory fans. So I will say good chance of these companies getting picked up by somebody else. So,
I don't know. These companies never
fine
stay
expect.
together. They always
No,
dissolve.
they always
And these guys
dissolve.
ghost they go in other
Yeah,
places. But
yeah,
what I was thinking, like,
valid.
working for Xbox has gotta be like working for Darth Vader. You
Dude,
know what I
it's gotta be
mean? Like,
rough.
it's gotta be like you walk on the board. It's like you walk into like a boardroom in the Death Star and you have to give any kind of bad news, and next thing you know, you're getting force choked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I find your lack of faith disturbing, you
And
know?
I almost feel sorry for them because they can't get out of their own way, and it's
Way.
just like an order and operations thing. And we said this 2 weeks ago. Just go away for a while. You guys don't need to
Just
say
shut up.
anything. Stop making announcements. Pack it up. do your business behind closed doors and call it a day. Do your quarterly sales meeting, annual meetings, and call it a day, man. Other than that, we fired our PR person. We don't need them for the next 2 years. We will hire someone new. You don't need them. Like, let it go.
Right,
Simple.
Mike. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we shouldn't like these news. This news isn't being leaked. There isn't some whistleblower at Xbox dropping scoops. They're like openly announcing this stuff to the world, dude. These aren't leaks. These aren't some secret dudes like spilling the tea.
No,
They're
no. In
they're
some
gloating about
cases, they're
this.
literally
They're gloating
announcing it
about it.
coming from Xbox, and it's like, why?
Why? I don't. I feel like they need to be on timeout. And as a channel, I'm putting them on timeout. I don't want to hear from these guys until the Game Show Awards
If
in
it's like
December.
the
I'm done.
Lakers and like dirty laundry in the locker room, man, and it's like you don't talk about it in front of the public. And this is what we're doing with Microsoft, and unfortunately, it's a large problem because it's hitting every game,
Industry.
council, like every news story is good, then something terrible. If Xbox comes out tomorrow and says, you know what, guys, we have a brand new handheld. It is $120.
I
My
just
first thought is like 1,000 people are getting fired the next day.
yeah.
Why?
It's so
Because
bipolar. It's Xbox. It's so
it's
bipolar.
Xbox.
I don't
Right.
know
Right.
what to. Every other
Yeah.
day, it's different. It's different
Yeah.
news. Everything's an Xbox. Full, exclusivity. The future is bright for Xbox. Lays off 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? It's so bipolar. Like I can't take anything you say for word at this point. You haven't shown. All you've given me is bad news and no information except for the bad news.
I may, since it doesn't cost me anything and takes me no time, I may go through and just put together a quick like
A
AI
collage.
like collage of
Yeah.
all the statements that have been made, and it's like you look at them and you're like, so what do you really want? We don't know. We don't know.
Get all the news articles from the last 3 months and say, where would this company be in 10 years? And just throw that into an AI model and see what pops up.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm telling you now, as the Nerdiverse, this is the last time I'm putting anything Xbox on the docket until it makes sense again. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm so, I feel, and the reason I keep pushing it back because I tried shooting them bail. I tried shooting Asha bail. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel stupid because it's like, this is crazy. Like, what companies operate like this?
And
It's
that's
so
why you're going to
wild.
talk about them again, because they're going to give you no choice but to talk about them again, because they're going to do something so
Something so
sideways
crazy.
that
Yeah.
it's like, what are we doing
Unavoidable.
with these? What are we doing with these decisions? So, again, wishing Asha the best, wishing everybody at Xbox the best. Sorry to everybody who lost their jobs and may lose their jobs, but all the same time, like when you work for crazy, it's best to like find
If you
somewhere else to work.
if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right?
Right.
I'm going to treat this like Pontius Pilate in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
I wash my hands of Xbox.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
You're gonna try.
Uh, the real enough of Xbox. The real question, I guess this can lead to the end of the episode of Master Nerdiverse 169 jump button with season pass. Before we get into your choice of the most interesting conversation, Bradley asks, enough about Xbox. The real question is, did Mike sell you on the absolute universe?
I've been sold on the Absolute Universe. When I saw that Batman was broke and a civil engineer, I was like, this is an interesting type of Batman that I'd like to see more of. That said, as Comics Explain, the YouTube channel, does a fantastic job. He's always talking about the Absolute Universe. And so I've been popping in and out, and it's like, it's just so batshit crazy that
Yeah,
you don't really know what it is. So Mike G breaking it down here has really helped. I am stoked for this series because of Batman. Like, I like the
yeah.
Batman, and we have three very distinct Batmans coming to us. Different Batmans, I mean.
Different
So,
Batman.
this is going to be a nice, different flavor from the other Batmen that we're seeing. So
You
yeah,
know,
I'm sold.
I will say the last thing I'll say about Absolute Batman is that it's so easy to make this cringy. It's so easy to make this overdone. it's so easy to kind of Zack Snyder this kind of approach to
Yeah.
Batman. Everything is grim dark and dead parents and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy. It's bloody Batman. It's so easy to make this bad. But the way the story is told, Scott Snyder, by the way, the GOAT Batman writer, wrote Court of Owls. Guy knows his stuff, right? It's
Yeah.
it's so grounded, but it's also so fantastical that it just fits this universe. They've done an excellent job of making this its own thing. And
Did
that's the
Scott
most exciting part
Snyder
about it.
just write Absolute Batman, or is he part of the creator of this absolute world universe?
Uh, uh, he Two said I was just about to write dead parents. Yeah. I think there's like a think tank of absolute Bible that there's going around,
Gotcha.
and I think Snyder is writing the most important book, so he has the most input on the
Gotcha.
course of this universe. So there are other writers. I think someone else is writing Superman. Someone else is writing Wonder Woman. Read Absolute Martian Manhunter is so
Ooh.
effing good. It almost made me cry. Like it's transcendently good. Their approach to these characters and it's so wacky. I'm so excited about the prospect of an animated series. Nerdiverse 101 Professor Mike G. I can go another hour, but I'm hungry and sleepy, and we got to close this bad boy out. Wash, out of these four topics, at the end of all things, which one did you find the most interested in talking about? Interesting. Which one did you enjoy?
Batman.
Which Batman? There's no wrong answer. Just say
um,
Batman again. Just say
I'm gonna
Batman
say
again.
Nightfall simply because we have a trailer. Simply
Yeah.
because we have a trailer. You
I
know what
mean,
I
I
mean?
mean,
Had we had, and I looked at the article on Absolute Batman. I'm like, is there no trailer? Is there just
nope.
this cool art? I was hoping for
That's
a
enough.
trailer, but
That's
yeah,
enough.
it's fine. Since we got a trailer, I'll say Nightfall. But yeah, Batman. Batman
Fair,
wins the
fair.
game.
Absolute Batman is absolute, just like Gabbo, 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 and everybody's hyped. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's Gabbo? But yeah, Nightfall almost made me scream in the car. Like, almost
Yeah.
like they're doing it, guys. They're bringing back Nightfall Batman. They're bringing back Azrael. Why is Bane so terrifying? Is because of this. There's only one Batman. His name is Bruce Wayne. You know, and when his back is broken, his name is I forget Azrael. And when his back's not broken and he's dead, it's Dick Grayson. You know, it's all about mantles. So at the end of the
Mantles.
day, it's all about mantles. But at the end of the day, it's Bruce Wayne. Fair enough. You know how many Superman there are? Like, it's crazy. You know, it's wild. Flashes, just like 8 flashes, all
Gotcha.
operating at the same time. It's dumb. Whew, this was a hell of an episode. This was a hell of an
You
episode.
called
Catching
it.
up. I told you this was gonna be a banger, bro. This is so much fun. Everybody came through tonight. Bradley always holding down the fort. Mike Prime coming through. Tootie Odin showing coming through. Much love to everybody coming and just chatting with us, chilling with us. This is an excellent episode. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. One last comment. It's just came in. I have to see it before we close this bad boy out. Didn't Raz give him the name Azrael, or is it just in the movie? Raz Al Ghul. Um, it's funny. Raz Al Ghul is in Nightfall. Azrael is part of Azrael is part of a weird cult of like a sect of, dang it, Nez. Dang it, Toots. He just broke my brain for a second. Azrael is part of like a splinter cell of the League of Shadows. And they're like a religious cult version of the League of Shadows. So they mess with Lazarus pits and they mess with things like that. But Azrael is like almost like a God fearing the wrath of God kind of character. You'll see when you watch this. And he brings that to Batman. So Batman's just not fighting crime. He's almost like a crusader. He literally a caped crusader. And he's like, say Christ is Lord. Say Christ is Lord. Say it. Say Christ. You know, Batman, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know, he takes you out. You know what I'm saying? So he used the name while talking about him. That's why I asked. Yes, you just tied a lot of knots together. I'm still talking. Watch. I'm sorry, I just get hyped for this stuff. Say it. Say Christ is Lord. Wash. Any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, sir. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Go watch Batman Nightfall, which is apparently
I'm about
out.
to watch
I
it
think
right
that
now.
is what I'm going to be
I'm not
doing
playing with
very
y'all.
short.
I'm not playing with
like,
y'all. I'm watching this shit
no,
right now. I don't
no.
care how much it
Damn
costs.
it. Unfortunately, I got the Roku. I got to set up the whole Amazon Prime. So, yeah. But yeah, soon.
Yeah,
Soon.
tonight, Doug. I'm not playing. I may watch it
Yeah.
twice. Uh, that being said, this has been an excellent episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse. As always, if you like the content. We need to grow, ladies and gents, boys, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Subscribe to the channel so that you're made aware when new content goes live. Next week is Random Select.
Yeah.
The Rock versus the Last Dragon. Let's go. And comment. Let us know your thoughts on everything. Are you hype about the Batman stuff? Let us know. That being said, I'm of course your host, Mike G. He is Master of the Nerdiverse Wash. We are the Master of the Nerdiverse. And with that, I will say MOTN out. Good night, everybody.